Blog Talk Radio.
This is Lucan the Radikal, Combination Force MCs, Universal Zulu Nation, on the sound off. Only fear fears. Peace.
Rap actors, right time, right place, hook a place de facto. You got the look that you look at backwards, like the shit stained, filthy, pissy, dirty mattress. You raking in the dough, cause you sold your soul. Like Robert Johnson, met a leg at the crossroads. What a shame, who's to blame? Greedy person you became, for cash and fame. You signed your name, and now they got you like dames, having sex with the same. The shit is the same, y'all got pimped by the game. Young bucks are getting fucked, literally for a truck. A couple of chains, a few bitches chasing bucks. Putting up fronts, knowing they're just punks. Rolled in the motorcade, all the knee pads in the trunk. The whole entourage, part of your menage. Waiting for the record sex dick to get hard.
From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. Go off, go off.
Well, I'm back again. Yes, the show improves to bring y'all MCs all the new news. That you're hopeless with the rap, drop the mic, step back. Give me that real rap. Zulus, where you at? Hip hop's right here, bringing change this year. Never fear, be clear, dopest jam of the year. Region to region, got them all screaming change. Rappers doing nothing but throwing salt in the game. With the ragged rhymes, staking you won't shine. Really doing nothing, just fighting offline. It's real despicable what happened to being lyrical. For you to be dope, that'll really take a miracle. That'll never happen, so just stop the rapping. With your boasting and bragging, y'all really just lacking. Fronts on stunts thinking that you're macking. Not even a fraction, this is hip-hop passion.
From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. Go off, go off.
I'm going off, this generation is soft. Music nowadays remind me of Chris Cross. I know it. Straight backwards, foolishness on camera. Seem like spitting bars is not a factor. No more, I still give them that raw. Pushing that product to make them swat they pores. No diversity, music is one dimensional. Creativity out of low became critical. This industry got everybody sounding like the South. Can't even tell what these artists from what that about. But I'ma stand out, stay in my lane. I'm not a follower, guess I'm the one to blame. I'm gonna start change. I do this for my team. I'm Martin Luther King. I still have a dream. That authenticity sound coming back. Soulful break beats, no more trust.
To the west, to the east, to the west. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. Go off, go off. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. From the south to the west, to the east, to the west. Go off, go off. From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. Go off, and go off. Go off, and go off.
Sound off. Only fear, fear, for fear does not live here. I am your host, Miss Tonya E., and that is how it's going down, family. Sound off, go off. And let me tell you all something. Today we have a great special featured guest that actually is returning from last year, I believe, when we had the entire combination force on our show. And welcome. Before we even get into this, I would like to thank you in advance if you're listening live and if you're listening to our archive show. We thank you so much for taking out your time because you don't have to be here, but we appreciate you dearly. And it's Thursday, January what? 12, 2015. No, February. Oh, my goodness, I'm trying to take up that to last month. But, no, we are in February, family. Told you all, I'll get y'all messed up with your days, your years, your missed appointments dealing with me. But anyway, family, like I said, we have a special featured guest today, and I'm so honored, as always, to speak to my brothers and sisters that are about empowering family. Again, here on this show, we speak truth. There is no sugarcoating. We're not your sugar doctors. We're not even going to attempt to even put a little dosage of sugar in your tea or coffee or even in your spirit. But we're here to empower you, uplift you. And today, with our special feature guest family, he is a man that has been through some trenches. He is also a man of his word. I mean, he got years of experience in the hip-hop community as well as just him being himself. And we've been wanting to break bread with him to see what's going on today, where he is, and being a king also, a king and queen, as I call our brothers and sisters. But to any event, our brother, like no other, Lucan the Radikal, are you there?
Peace, Queen. How you doing? How you doing, sis? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, let's get this started because you know how this show goes. It goes very fast, especially when we get to breaking bread and all this truth that's about to be delivered. Let's keep it moving. Now, let our family know who you are again, because you are a returning guest, that you came the first time with our brothers and Zulu brothers combination force. But reintroduce yourself and let's break this.
Thank you, sis. It's Lucan the Radikal, Universal Zulu Nation, Vice President of the Dynasty Zulus of Central Florida, the Dynasty family. I've been down with crews from the beginning of hip-hop, from the Bridge Crew. Shout out to the Washington Heights, where I grew up in. Shout out to Combination Force, my brothers only know, Yo-Yo Beats, my cousin Lizette, the man KMG, Ralph Peabody, and also I want to give a shout out to my Dynasty family, president of my charter, Debbie Deb, and the whole council, Angel Soto, Wesley Snipes, Mez Spizo, King David, my wife, Tamara Radikal. It's a family affair, and we making moves out here in Central Florida. We trying to bring hip-hop. Okay.
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, let's talk about that.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay.
But first, I want you to tell.
Okay, good.
I want you to tell our listeners who you are now. You done rep family that's part of your movement. But let them know a little bit about you before we break bread in the rest of the family and how you all are making that mark in Central Florida today.
Okay. Well, I'm down with the Universal Zulu Nation since 1979. I was put onto the Universal Zulu Nation by King Lucky Strike. May he rest in power. That was my mentor, my teacher, my big brother. Shout outs to his family, and also to the Amen Ra, Pops, as we call them, Africa Bambaataa, peace, Amen Ra, and all the elders. I've been with this organization, like I said, since 1979. I've lived in Denver, Colorado. I lived a portion of a time in California, and I've worked with a lot of people out there in the hip-hop scene. And I've also rocked in Puerto Rico, 1981, where I started. And by the way, my nickname is Zulu in Puerto Rico because everybody saw me. I always had a different color, Universal Zulu Nation. By that time, it was just the Zulu Nation we put on there. The sweatshirts, I had them all colors. So I've been representing Zulu all my life. Born a Zulu, die a Zulu. I'm here in Central Florida now, in the Orlando area, and we have a great family of Zulu charter, the Dynasty Zulus, Dynasty family, because we have also B-boys, DJs, artists. We are on recruitment that we have found many talented artists. And artists, when I say artists, I mean everything. You got DJs, you got MCs, you got B-boys, you have artists, sculptors, painters, poetry writers. I met so much talent out here. And we building the dynasty. Shout out to the Ozone, the Orlando area hip-hop community. There's so many talented artists out here, and our family embraced them. They embraced us. And we're making a big movement of the hip-hop scene. Plus, it's not only the hip-hop scene in the music essence. It's the hip-hop scene of our community. You know, we got to teach. Each one, reach one, teach one, heal them. You know, we got to start getting involved. And that's what our organization does. You know,
well, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Right. Well, let's talk about that because, again, you know, we come from the culture of hip-hop and so forth, and the way the state of hip-hop is today, it's past an emergency. And so many of our young people think that they know what they don't know, but then they look at us, like I said so many times before, like dinosaurs, like we're so darn old. However, we're the ones that have the wisdom. In Central Florida, let us know what's going on with the scene. And then, like you said, it's because we're both from the hip-hop culture itself, let our people know that are listening the difference of what's going on in Central Florida with our youth in the community, opposed to what may be going on in Bronx, New York, back home. Because, again, it's about the community, our kids. What are you all doing to make that difference in Palm? What is it, the strategy that you all are using to try to gravitate our young kids, our youth, to show them the right way?
Okay. First off, what we're looking at and what we're working on is we're trying to build hip-hop community strong. Okay? Orlando, for instance. If you just say somebody, what's in Orlando? They'll tell you Mickey Mouse. Hip-hop is bigger than Mickey Mouse. Our culture is bigger than Mickey Mouse, you know? And there's so much talent here, and they're local, and they just need more structure to get, you know, over and get out there and exploit it. Because when you say Florida hip-hop scene, everybody says Miami, you know? But yeah, Miami is so mixed up because you got reggaeton out there, hip-hop, rap, things like that, you know, salsa, merengue, bachata. You got all the music down there. So they outshine Orlando because there's no noise here. So, you know, we took it upon ourselves, myself and Queen Debbie Deb, you know, the president of our charter, you know, to start making the move. We gotta teach these youngins, you know. Orlando had the highest murder rate of the whole United States, I think 3 years running, besides like a battle with Detroit, you know. And, you know, those are our kids out there. Those are our nephews, our nieces, our grandchildren. You know, we need to step in and start teaching our youth, you know. And it's not for us and just the youth of today. It's for our children's children's children. We need to teach them the culture the right way. You know what I'm saying? We need to do it. Right. You know, we won't be alive. Mm-hmm. We won't be alive to see our children's 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 children. You know, that's a known fact. That's logic. You know, so let's make it better for them. Let's to take care of our universe. You know, we're destroying our own land.
And you're right. But my thing is, at this point, because we're talking about the solution, because we already know what the problem is, but because we don't have the village that we were raised with, and the village wants to speak, but they're so silent, what are the ingredients that we need to bring forth? Because, again, we know that the music industry is very powerful. We know rap, what we know is rap, hip-hop, what they want to call it today, I call it crap, is not what is bringing the strength into our youth minds to make them see that the way that they're doing, you know, what they're doing today is going to empower. That's not empowering them, but actually dumbing them down and killing each other, poisoning them. So what are some of the ingredients that you all are doing out there in Central Florida under the Zulu Nation Destiny, Zulu Nation? Or let us know, because, again, like I said, we know what we're seeing, but what ingredients are we handing out and saying, come here, Drew, let me talk to you for a second. Why are we continuing to allow our youth 10 bars, 32 bars of stills, knowing that it's not empowering them, but, again, poisoning them?
Right. What we're trying to implement now, and, you know, we are getting a full structure of our charter now and making a presence. It's already started. So what we're going to be implementing, what we're putting on the table, because in our charter, you know, as a charter, we vote on things and everybody's point matters and everybody's, you know, wisdom matters, you know, because like I tell all my brothers and my sisters in our charter, the dumbest question is one that's never asked. And the only ones that fail is the ones that never try. So we have to do it because if we all put our heads together, we'll make a mark. Like there's some things we're going to try to start implementing, and because we have so many artists and DJs and poetry writers and so on and so forth, we're going to try to get a workshop as a workshop that the workshop is going to go to teach our young kids how to write poetry, to teach them how to express themselves. Because nowadays, our children don't know how to express themselves. Plus, we're going to keep continuing to teach them how to write in script because our school systems is stopping the kids writing in script, which is, I don't understand because that's the way you sign your name. In other words, they're trying to dumb down our children that they'll sign their name like a first grader all their life or write an X, We're going to teach them history, real history, because as everybody knows right now, the government's plan is to tear down libraries, make libraries obsolete because they're giving it all us spoon-fed on the internet. So they're going to make books, which books could be revised and rewritten, but there's a date when they were revised and rewritten. So you'll know the difference if anything was altered. But on the internet, they can alter anything. Wikipedia, anybody could alter it. See, so they're going to alter the history of everything. Public Enemy back in the day said his story, meaning his story. They're going to change it. They want it to, because they put fear, like the thing says, they put fear in people's hearts by changing and letting them believe everything. But our children are now, instead of writing a book, they go on a tablet. So there's a lot of things we want to teach our youth, as parents, as uncles, aunts, just because your child is not bloodline, and that's what I'm trying to teach also. I know family is everything. But you know what? Blood makes us related, but loyalty makes us family. And people forgot that. That's a principality that's not being, we want to teach, our youth how can our youth become so lazy and they refusing to study to be a doctor or lawyer. But they know who's Dwayne Carter, but they don't know Tom Sawyer. That doesn't make sense to me. You mean you know who Dwayne Carter is, but you don't know who Tom Sawyer is? Huckleberry Finn? Our kids are being cheated out here. And they're getting trapped in, and I'll be honest with you, my job as Papa, see, I'm Papa now. I got 5 grandbabies, and they all girls. My job as Papa is to keep them off a pole, if you understand what I'm saying. Because they're teaching our young daughters and our grandchildren that it's good to be a video vixen and all this sexual things on TV of strippers, dancing, all this. But they're not teaching them that you have the birthright to be a queen and teach them how to be a queen. That's what we're going to be implementing. We're going to be doing workshops. We're going to try to find the venues that will charity, give the workshop for the better of the community. And these young kids that are lost, they could come to us. We'll teach them how to write. We'll teach them how to, because, hey, hip-hop is poetry to music. If anybody knows hip-hop is poetry, putting on a musical track. So let's teach our kids how to talk about positive things. Because if you talk about it, you speak about it, you think about it, you be about it.
Right. You said a whole lot of everything that is the truth and of what you were saying in regards to the writing mechanism of our kids with not being taught how to cursive write. And I found that to be a major problem when I moved from the north to the south and then come to find out that is across the board now, that they're not teaching the children how to cursive write. And it's, for me, I know I taught my son how to cursive write at home, so I still say everything starts at home because we can't put all the blame on the school system when we already know in history we weren't even supposed to learn how to read and write to begin with. So they tend to somehow they turn the clock back and they're doing exactly what they started us as from the beginning, not learning how to read and write. Like you said, they're taking the books away from the library, so they put it to the tablet. They making them write their names in print when it goes time to write their cursive writing for their legal papers. They are stuck, and everything is being shown. All their writings is looking like chicken scratch. As far as how, like you said,
But no, like what you're saying, I'm saying. But if you look at the Declaration of Independence, They didn't write print, and those are supposedly this country's forefathers. So
right, they had to write in cursive.
Right, so if they write in
Exactly.
cursive, who are you to stop our children from learning?
That's
you know,
because.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we again have the village has gone to sleep. Our parents, and I'm saying it as it is. Like I said, we talk the truth here. Too many parents drop the ball.
Yep.
When you have a child, you are responsible for that child, whether you are being a single parent, whether it be a single mother or single father. You have two parents, you share the responsibility. The child is not the parent. The child is supposed to be taught, not just saying, okay, well, now you're old enough to do what you can do because you can talk and you can walk and you can tell me when you're hungry, and then you can just go do what you want to do. Too many people have dropped the ball. So now,
I got a track
as
that I'm
you,
working on. I got you.
I'm sorry?
You brought that up. I got a track that we're gonna be working on, a project I'm working on, and it's called Children of the World Today. You know, I tried to do it with another gentleman, but it didn't come out right, and you know, we separate ties. So, you know, I'm gonna work on it with my crew, you know, with the Dynasty family, and it talks about that. You know, it talks about the world is so cold when young girls could be sold to be hoes up in brothels and dancing on poles. Everybody seems to know it's okay, I suppose, as long as not your daughter with a tag on her toe. You know what I'm saying? You know, they took our control. The system took our control as parents. Everything now is abuse. And what it is because of a child, and the history of that is one child complained real bad that he got abused, right? But and got punished. And the teacher called up social services, and they went to that dumb parent's house. Like they did something wrong, sticking their nose where it didn't belong. But the kid didn't tell him the reason why he got his butt whipped and the reason why he got punished was because he stole from the corner store. You know what I'm saying? So they took our control, you know, and it's sad. But, you know, us as a community, like when we believe in the Zulu Nation, it takes a village to raise a child. You know, people got to stop turning the nose because it ain't their child. Yes, it is your child. Because that child could be hanging out with your child in school, after school, cutting school, and so on. So what happened to back in the day when a kid did something, the whole block knew? What happened to that?
Exactly.
What happened to that? You know, when all the parents watched out for each other's children. Not only that, what about when the brothers used to always look out for the younger cats and pull their coats? You know, what happened to us?
Right.
You know, it's us. We're the ones. We are the ones that need to step in. You know, and us as the Zulu Nation, we have known to, you know, do community everywhere. We are worldwide.
Right.
We are the universal Zulu Nation. We got charters in Poland, China. I mean, you name it, we probably got 2 or 3 of them. You know?
Right.
But the thing is, it's so beautiful. And the Orlando is our project. We live in this community. We live here in Central Florida. And we're going to work with the hip-hop community first, get the music, get them noticed, because there's so much talent here of everything, artists, poets. I mean, that I was shocked to see it myself and experience it and hang with them. We got so much talent. Like a brother that is down with us, DJ J-Mob, one of the nicest DJs, greatest DJs out here. You know, he's going to start doing more projects now, and we're going to get it on. I mean, I love his beats. You know, I got Quest El Negro, Caliente. He's a brother, my brother from another mother, and he's an MC. And we all been talking. We want to do workshops here. We're going to start. To catch the kids' attention, you got to get to where they at. See? You know, so we're getting into the hip-hop scene to put workshops together and, you know, and do things and build funds that we could give to the community, bigger events and things like that. But it's donations. We're going to do charities. You know, we're going to pick charities as a charter, as a community. Yo, we're going to do it for these people. I'm working with several other Grind Time, Mad Ills, mad respect to the brother. You know, everybody check out Grind Time, the Battle MCs. There's some good cats in there. You know, Matt Ills is one of the freestylers that he's amazing. We've spoken and on several occasions, and he got a good team there. We expanding with the Conscious Minds Records, talking with them, working with them. My man Thomas Jenkins, he runs Conscious Minds Records. He wants to know about us. We invite everybody to embrace and come and get embraced by us, and we could talk how we could build a unified community here to reach the kids. He understood. I broke it down to him, and Thomas was like, wow, I like what you're talking about because I believe in it. And I'd say it's like this.
Right.
The Zulu Nation is a beautiful organization, but you feel to be a Zulu. You know what I'm saying? It's not a validation nation just to get an ID card and be on Facebook and do things and shout out your Zulu Nation, but you don't put in work. It is a working organization. We're here to work for the better of the future of our community.
And that's what everyone needs to understand. Zulu Nation is not a game. Zulu Nation is a movement that was started back with Afrika Bambaataa. And, again, coming from that era, I do know that we had the gangs, we had the killings, we had the overdosing people with the drugs. So we have seen a lot. And they changed the negative to a positive. And, again, we seem to be back in that status. But, again, my whole thing is how we are pulling, because we are, like I said, we know the problem. And, okay, if you have the workshops, and the workshops, I know you all going to talk about the elements of the hip-hop culture, but what is it going to be that you are going to give, not, so that someone can listen and say, okay, well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. No, we are empowering and uplifting. What ingredients are going to keep them coming? Because, again, if their grades are not good in school and they're only coming to learn how to do DJing, rapping, breakdancing, that is not getting them ahead.
But wait. I understand where you're coming from with that because that's also on the table of what I've been thinking about and discussing with others. The rules to be part of those workshops and you want to continue to come, you got to keep your grades up. If we got to help you with your homework, somebody in my charter will do that. See, everybody in our charter is going to be having a position to do,
Right.
And that position is your contribution to the cause, to the movement, to the future, of the kids.
Right.
We want to make the reason why it's called the Dynasty Family is I came up with the name Dynasty Family and brought it to my prez, and she loved it because our logo is beautiful, plus the meaning. The Zulu Nation in Africa, the original Zulu Nation in Africa, where we get our cultures, where we all started from, let's say it that way, with Pops, with Afrika Bambaataa and with all that. Mm-hmm. Well, during them times, back in the days where they talk about Shaka Zulu and everything, even during those times and before those times, there was a lot of wars in Africa, as everybody knows in history, that they were trying to steal the minerals and the ores and trying to conquer Africa. Outsiders, and mainly were Europeans, and the only ones that supported the Zulu Nation and helped and trade with them, and it's in history books, and that stood by their side, and there was it's the Ming Dynasty, and there was Chinese African, Asian-looking Africans, because they migrated. Remember, this world was all connected at one time. People don't understand that,
right.
Right. And so there was a lot of traveling. So they were the only ones that supported the Zulus with medicines and trades and weapons. And because the Ming Dynasty also had explosives too. But they didn't show that in Shaka Zulu. They didn't show, a lot of stuff. But it's in books. And they're getting rid of those books so our children would not know this. So that's why I picked the Dynasty Zulus. Because it meant to me, that name, because it took heart to me. I felt it. Is the Zulu Nation reached out from support from their surrounding people to get stronger. So why shouldn't we? The Zulu Nation is not a closed charter. It's an open charter to anyone, And I tell everybody this, you will come, get to know us, feel us out, because we want to feel you out too. Because we're looking for positive people. We're looking for people who are going to bring solution, not a problem. We know there's a problem. We all know.
And that's one of the things too that that we always talk about. I want to make sure that we all came from something. nobody came from a straight line. So
yeah.
the people that you're bringing in are ones that have a testament of saying, listen, I done been there where you trying to go. You don't want to go there. So let me show you why and how you can make it without even taking yourself down that road. So that's exactly what I love, and I'm definitely blessed to know that that's the meaning of your chapter, and that's outstanding. That's outstanding. So tell them how they can get in contact with you, brother Lucan.
Okay, definitely.
And let them know.
Okay, you can contact me through Facebook, my Lucan the Radikal, LucanThaRadikal, Lucan the Radikal, or on our Facebook page, Dynasty Zulus of Central Florida. You can also contact me through email, lucan179@gmail.com, or you can reach Debbie Soto, the president of the charter, and her email is, hold on, hey, Queen, can I get Prez's thing? Hold on. Speaking of my wife, Tamara.
Tell Queen I said, what's up?
How you doing?
I am blessed. I'm blessed, Queen. How you doing today?
Doing wonderful, with the grandbaby.
Awesome. But while you on the line, while brother finds Prez's number, just give us a little on your perspective as being the queen that you are, on what it is that you're seeing in Central Florida with our young girls.
I got no words, actually. I don't know what words to use. It's terrible just to see, and then beautiful young women, and just the way they carry themselves nowadays is bad, and I mean, we just need to get out there and reach all young men, young women, boys and girls as well, because everything is just turning upside down. It's like if we don't do something or try to do something, it's just going to get worse, and it's sad, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Okay. Well, I know you two are going to make it happen, as well as the entire crew that you all have yourselves connected to. And again, it's past a state of emergency, So I thank you, Queen, for being the lady that you are and making those moves just the same with hubby over there. Powerful force you two are.
We will, definitely.
Okay. We'll talk soon. I need to bring you on next time. Go ahead.
Zulu, Zulu. It's Zulu Debbie Deb @gmail.com.
Okay. So we're going to definitely
my wife says
bye.
She has the baby. She's going to put her to bed. One of the youngest, But, we're trying to do what we have to do, I reached out, and we're going to continue to reach out. I reached out to the head Mason, the Master Mason of the Lodge in Winter Park, a good brother named Duke. He blessed me, he understands what I'm trying to do because, hey, I work with everybody, and the way you get stronger is in numbers. And alliances is very important. So we want everybody to know, look, Dynasty Zulus are here. We ain't going nowhere. We bringing mad love. We bringing a culture to help expand a culture here and teach our kids and the younger guys. I want to see them all graduate, be doctors and lawyers, because they got to learn. It's easy to kill a person. It's easy. All of us have it in us. We're human. We have a killer instinct. It's easy to kill somebody, but it's harder to heal somebody. Look how cancer. Look at all this stuff. We gotta understand. It's in need. Orlando, we here. Let's make it happen. We open arms. We want the same open embrace, and when we hug, you feel the energy. Because together we're stronger. We want to bring it out. I'm telling y'all people, Orlando got a tight hip hop scene. Y'all be looking out for it because it's coming. The Zulu Nation gonna make it happen out here with the help of Grind Time, Conscious Mind Records, and everybody out there with the support. We got the full support of the Southeast region for the movement we're doing here with my brother, my big brother, King Malky. You know, King Malti, he blessed me to make the movement happen, to do what I got to do, you know, and that's, you know, somebody I report to, my president reports to. We got a chain of command. You know, every organization has a chain of command. Everybody in our organization is structured. Our charter is getting structured, and it's going to be in full effect immediately right now as we're talking, because all of us know what we're doing. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. And sis, you got to come out here one of the venues.
Well, you know what? Like, you already know my schedule, but in the midst of my son being a senior in high school, God be the glory, he's going to college. And so as soon as I see him off to his next level, I shall have more time on my hands to make sure that I'm able to travel and do my part, because I've just had to be on sabbatical leave for a little bit, but my fight is still there. And I know we're about to go off in a little bit. That was the name of your song, too, Go Off. But I want you to also speak to the fathers. Give them a message right now to our young men, because a lot of our young men are hurting because of absentee fathers. And then they may have their father in their life, and they're still not showing them the way. So give them a 45-second brotherly love, brotherly message, so that we can make sure we are upbringing and empowering our young men today.
My brothers, listen to me. I'm a father, and I'm a grandfather, and I'm lucky at the rate of this world is going to be alive to say that at 48 years old. Yo, we need to save our kids. We need to teach them how to be men, our sons, how to be men with the principalities, the morals, the respect, the loyalty. You know, we need to teach them. We need to teach them from when they're young. Believe it or not, if y'all got babies out there, they 1, 2 years old, and you out there doing all the stuff in front of them, they recording that. They're computers themselves. They're recording that. We need to teach our daughters, you know, how to be a real woman, you know, how to be a queen, you know, and carry themselves with utmost respect. We need to teach them that a man is here today and gone tomorrow. We need to teach our daughters that. We need to educate our daughters on the tricks that we ourselves used to use on girls, because we all did it. But now that when we get older, we notice the foul stuff we've done in the past, because maybe that means that we're growing up and we're getting wiser. So, my brothers, I come to you as a big brother, little brother, whatever. The Zulu Nation is here. If you're looking to do that positive support, we're here for you. You know, open arms, embrace. You know, let's teach our daughters to be the best they could be. You know, it's time. Look at our music. Look at TV. Look what it's showing our children. You know, and I don't want to have to ever see one of my people's children going down the bad road that a lot of us may have done. We're not all saints. We're not all angels. Let's be real. But you know what? One thing we got to be real about is this universe and the world. The way it's looking, it ain't looking good for our kids, our children's, our future. Let's get together. Let's make this happen. We here. Orlando, we here. Daytona Beach, we here. Miami, Orlando's here. Jacksonville. And also I want to give a shout-out to the Culture Shock Charter, the Culture Shock Charter in Tampa, my brother, Minister Paradox, who also is, we're going to be working with, incorporating a lot of ideas together. Zulus, we got 4 charters here in Florida. Find the closest one. See what can you do to make this a better place to live in. You know, we bigger than Mickey Mouse. You know?
That's right. That's right, brother. And listen here, I thank you for your time, but we are close to the grace time. But, family, you have been listening to Sound Off Only for Your Fears. I'm your host, Miss Tonya E., and our special featured guest, our brother, like no other, Lucan the Radikal, and he has been speaking the truth. And make sure you contact them, because they are definitely making some moves in Central Florida, and I totally appreciate you. And with that, we're going to close out with another one of your tracks, man, and it's called We Are the MCs. Peace, family. Godspeed. We'll be back on another given day, but in the meantime, keep God first. Remember, it's never about you. Lend that helping hand when you can. because it is about we, and we approve this message. Peace.
We the MCs to rock the house right, give it hip-hop fans what they like. We the MCs to rock the house right, yo, tell them who you is and rock the mic tight. I'm the lyrical miracle, the name is straight biblical. Comedic metaphors, lead you hysterical. The funny punchline, clown from lunchtime. Go to God, the clock's ticking, crunch time. Gotta drop my verse, no time to rehearse. Mouth a little dry, got to quench my thirst. And when I bust, I pray I don't curse. But if I do shit, it won't be the first. I'm better under pressure, won't mess up, not trying to brag. Giving the heads up on my separate cloth. Fresher cut, they measure twice, cut once. All measured up and my lyrical dishes at the quick rhyme releases. Smash up to the beats and style, sweetie the beaches. Lucan, the nickname, real name is Jesus. What should I got? Who wanna see this? We the MCs to rock the house right, give the hip-hop fans what they like. We the MCs to rock the house right, yo, tell them who you is and rock the mic tight.
The name is P, multi-talented, rock rhymes, make beats, somehow it balances. Crash through the gates in 88, make it take. Proven to a label, now I walk by faith. I'm sick, how I break down bars. Lyrical MC, spitting hip-hop laws. Y'all cats get claws, spit lyrics, no flaws. Guaranteed always to drop jaws. P that man, jack of all trades. Mixing the scratch raps and gets across fade. The boy right here spits bars for days. Locking it down for hip-hop, boy, don't play. It could go easy or it could go the hard way. P that dude, break you down the smart way. Smarter over bronze, skills over fraud. I'm here to revive what's been lost. Me.
We the MCs to rock the house right, give the hip-hop fans what they like. We the MCs to rock the house right, yo, tell them who you is and rock the mic tight.
Yeah, without no pause, no play on yours. Presidente heat, all feet on floors. Grounded on the beat, all teeth, no flaws. Posted on the street, no beef or cause. Agree to make it settle, my whole team of huddles. Taking over stage lights, mics and muscle. Serve it on the track, no slack rebuttals. Talk a lot of flack, but ain't seeing the puzzle. Pieces in the bank, Bronco boss bozos trying to make bank, it's a no-go. See no copycats, impersonating's a no-no. Drugs will break bank when the headline is no show. Yeah, and I know too much. Talk a lot on it so I might get touched. Screaming out truth till it's never enough. We the MCs don't bend the crush.
We the MCs to rock the house right, give the hip-hop fans what they like. We the MCs to rock the house right, yo, tell them who you is and rock the mic tight.
This is Lucan the Radikal, Combination Force MCs, Universal Zulu Nation, on the sound off. Only fear fears. Peace.
Welcome to the Financial Quarterback Podcast. I'm Josh Jelinski, and every week I'm diving into the world of retirement, investing, and financial planning. From understanding market moves to protecting your future, we cover it all. I bring on expert guests and have a little fun with games and real-world insights. With nearly 2 decades of experience and a Forbes-recognized track record, I'm here to guide you through the biggest questions about your money. Subscribe to the Financial Quarterback Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day presents Goodness from the Garden. Imagine your home blooming with floral scents. No dirt or grime in sight. That's the power of Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day. With uplifting scents and down-to-earth values, Mrs. Meyer's collection of household products is inspired by the garden. Each scent made with essential oils and other thoughtfully chosen ingredients that don't just smell delightful. They're tough on messes, too. When it comes to cleaning, it's more fun if it smells like the garden. So visit MrsMeyers.com now.